All right, let's come onto our backs to begin. And take whatever position is comfortable for you. So see where your legs want to be, arms. And then if it's okay with you to close your eyes, I invite you to do that. See if you can let the front of your body relax down toward the back of your body. Imagine the organs resting toward the floor, the muscles letting go, the skin dropping. And then feel the back of your body heavy on the ground. And then just move your awareness a layer or so up from the ground to the inside of your body and feel the breath. And start to let the breath expand from the belly to the ribs to the chest. When you exhale, feel that sinking back down into the ground. On the inhale, you feel the body rising up away from the ground in the belly and the ribs and the chest. And then dropping. And then bring the knees into the hands. And with your breath, start to circle the knees around, coordinating movement to breath. And then circle the other way. Come back to center, extend your legs up into the air, as straight as you can. And then we'll take those circles again. So the legs are moving away from each other, circling out, and forward and up. Deep breath. And then the next time the legs come up, reverse the direction of the circle. Use your breath, move with the breath. And the next time the legs come up, hug the knees in, get a little bit of a break. And then send the legs back up again. Now we're going to keep the legs together and move them as one unit, going side, forward, other side, and up. Getting those obliques involved. The more your legs are straight, the more challenging it is. You need to back off a little bit, just bend your knees a little or a lot. And the next time you come to the top, reverse directions. The bigger the circles, the harder the work. The slower you go, the harder it is. And the next time the legs come up, hug the knees in, give those hip flexors a little break, let your abs rest, breathe into it. Okay, so now on this next one, I'm going to give you a few options. So the easiest option is going to be to place your hands under your back and just extend your legs and bring them in. If you don't feel like you need the hands under the back, you can take them out. That makes it a little bit harder. I'm going to add on. If you feel like you can, without hurting your neck, when you come in with the knees, you're going to lift and crunch and bring your arms forward. And then when you extend the legs, you're going to take the arms overhead. The head doesn't come to the ground, but you uncrunch. So find whichever version works for you. The legs go straight out, hovering above the floor, and then crunching in. And Mink has joined us. Welcome. And David has left us. Okay. Let's do 3 more. And hug the knees in. And he's back. And then, especially if you were doing the version with the head off the ground, it might feel nice just to roll the head from side to side, stretching the neck a little bit as you breathe through your whole body. So we're just holding the knees into the chest and letting the head rock from side to side. Okay, send the legs up again. Now we're going to do a variation. So we're going to exhale, lower the legs, lift and reach to the other side. And then inhale, center, legs and arms up, the head can come down. And then exhale, lower the legs off to one side, crunching and reaching the arms past the legs on the other side. So both arms reach to the side of the legs. If you want to make it harder, don't lower your head. Stay lifted. If you want to make it easier, bend your knees. Inhale up, exhale, lower and reach. One more on each side. And come center, hug the knees in, roll your head if that would feel good. And then we'll do just one more for the abs, and I'll give you a couple of options. The legs are going to be up again. Option one, the palms are facing down on the floor. You want to try not to use your hands too much, but you can place them down and get a little leverage that way. So option one is to lift the hips and lower the hips. You want to try on this option not to swing your feet back, but straight up. And then option two is to come all the way into a plow. Lift and come overhead and lower. Option two is easier because there's momentum. If you want to do option two to get the benefit of the plow, but not make it easier, then lift first, then come over your head, and then come down. So it's kind of a two-stage operation. So the legs never come down. The legs stay up in the air, and then don't lower them, just push up, and you're pushing up, and the hips are coming off the floor. The key is the hips lifting off the floor, and then the legs going straight up. Just gonna watch for another minute. Okay, and then let's come back to our starting point. Hug the knees into the chest. Take the arms out to a T, and we'll come into a supine twist, bringing those knees down to the left, turning the head to the right. And if the top knee doesn't land on the bottom knee, you can bring your left hand to that leg and give yourself a little assist. We want to try to breathe all the way up to the right shoulder. So it's a twist, but it's also a chest opener. The breath is what really helps that opening. If you're using your left hand, release it. Lift the right knee over. Add the left knee. Bringing them both down onto the right. Keeping both arms out to the sides like a T. And then again, if that top knee doesn't come all the way down to rest on the bottom one, you can bring your right hand to that leg and give yourself a little adjustment. Turning the head to the left to complete the twist in the cervical spine. And then breathing up to that left shoulder. Expanding and relaxing. Blowing up that internal balloon as much as you can. Taking your time. Release that right hand if you're using it. Lift left knee center. Lift right knee center. Bring the hands to the knees. Rock lengthwise on your spine, coming up to balance on your sit bones. Bring your back forward, lifting your chest, relaxing your chin. And then if you can do this posture with your fingers around your toes, you do that. If not, hands behind the backs of the legs. We're going to open the legs into a V, not a wide V, just like about as wide as your mat. And then lift the chest, drop the chin, bring your back ribs forward, relax your shoulders down, breathe. And then see if you can bring the legs together. Good. And then release the hands and relax the arms and lower the legs slowly to the ground. Beautiful. And then sit up, point and flex your feet. Excellent. Left hand or fingers to that left big toe. Lift the foot and then cycle backward, pulling the knee back, down, forward, back, down, forward. Cycle forward. The next time it comes back, stay there. Bring your right hand around your foot or the leg, doesn't matter where you reach it. You just want to be able to let go of your left hand. Take your left hand down in front of your thigh. So my left arm is going inside the leg and down to the floor. And then I want to try to hook that leg over the arm as close to the shoulder as possible. Great. And then my left hand is coming down to the floor. My right hand is coming down to the floor. Okay. Now, if you can stay here. This is fine. Level 1. Level 2, right foot hooks over left foot. Level 3, you're going to try to push into your hands and get your butt to come off the ground. Might help to be on your fingertips. Okay. And then let's come down. Bring that left foot under you. Right foot over. If that right sit bone doesn't come to the floor, mine doesn't. If yours doesn't, straighten that left leg. If you can stay like this, great. Okay, taking another twist. Let's pull that right knee toward the left shoulder, and in the process, lengthen up through the spine, straight and tall. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the right arm up, get even taller. And then exhale, pull with your left hand, turn to your right, bring the right hand to the floor behind you, nice and close, so it keeps you upright. You can leave your left hand where it is, or you can hook the elbow over, bring index finger to thumb, and then move that toward the center of your chest. We're looking over our right shoulder. Nice deep breath. Maybe push down into your right foot. And on your next inhale, unwind. If your left leg is tucked under, straighten it. And then we'll bring the fingers to the right big toe. And repeat, starting by going backward. And then forward. The next time the knee comes in, hold it there and take hold of the foot with the other hand, just so that you can release the right one. The right one's going to come to the inside of that leg, and you're going to try to hook the leg over the arm as close to the shoulder as possible. Great. Maybe this is as far as you're going. If you want to let go of that left hand and bring it to the ground, see if you can bring that left foot to hook over the right foot. And then if you want to try to push into your hands and lift the buttocks off the ground, go ahead. So you're pushing and leaning forward. And it's the leaning forward that's going to get you up. Okay. And release that. Hopefully that was a little fun. And then bring the right foot under you and the left foot over. See if the sit bones come to the floor. If they don't, that right leg needs to be straight. Clasp the hands around that left knee, and as you pull it toward your right shoulder, use that to lift yourself taller through your spine. Hold on to the knee with your right hand. Inhale, lift the left arm up, get taller still, and then see if you can stay super tall as you turn to the left. Bring your hand down to the ground behind you. Keep your hand as it is if that works for you, or hook the elbow over to deepen the twist, index finger to thumb if you're using the elbow, and then move that toward the chest to deepen further still. Rolling your gaze to the left. Deep inhales, lengthening up through the spine. Exhales, turning. Use your next inhale to come back to center. Swing the feet around to the left to come onto hands and knees. Okay. Now we're going to do something that we haven't done in such a long time that some of you may never have done it with me. So we're going to try to churn the belly. So let me make my shirt tighter so that you can see a little better what I'm talking about. I'll get closer. So we're going to inhale normally. We're going to exhale all the air out. We're going to hold the air out. And then we're going to, I see my spine moving a little, but it's not about that. That's kind of incidental. I'm rolling my belly down, up, in, and down, down, up, like this, a belly roll. So you do that for as long as you can on your exhale held out, and then you stop, you breathe again, you exhale, and you do it again. So it's not a pumping, Ming. It's a roll like this. The belly is rolling this way slowly, rolling. The belly comes forward, comes up, pulls in, and goes down. Really good for your digestion, really massaging all those digestive organs. Circle. Okay. Hopefully you feel like you've got that, or at least got something out of it. We can let it go now. All right. Now we're gonna move the spine. You're welcome to stay on hands and knees and come into cat and cow, or you can bring your hands forward for upward dog, downward dog, or some combination of them. And as always, you're welcome to add a chaturanga. So if you exhale into downward dog, you can inhale into plank or modified plank with the knees down. Exhale, bend the elbows, keep them by your ribs as you hover over the ground, and then inhale into upward dog where only the feet and the hands are on the ground. If you want to do a cobra instead, that's fine. Then the hips come to the ground. So you're going to find any combination of all these movements that suits your body. And then on the next exhale, let's all come into a downward dog. And then we're going to lift the gaze and lift the tailbone like you're trying to touch your tailbone to the back of your head. Push forward through your hands and press your heels down. So we're kind of isolating the stretch in the calves. You're looking forward. We're not in downward dog. It's similar to downward dog, but it's a pike where your head is lifted so that we're just emphasizing the legs part. And by lifting your head is lifted, guys. But your hips are up. It looks just like a downward dog, except your head is lifted. so that you can kind of curl your tailbone up more, which emphasizes the stretch in the back of the legs as you push the heels down. All right, you guys are not liking this one. Okay, let's relax the head down. And maybe your neck wasn't liking that, so we'll take care of that now. Walk the feet forward. Let the knees bend. Clasp the hands behind the back of the head at the base of the skull. And then pull the head downward toward the floor. Elbows pointing toward the wall behind you. Nice deep breath. Might be nice on the low back as well. Let the whole spine lengthen. Okay, keep your hands where they are. Push into your feet to roll up. Come all the way up to standing. Hands are still behind the back of your head. We're going to send those elbows back. Send the chest out and the eyes up. Okay, and now bring your head to neutral. Make sure your feet are nicely planted. Maybe spread your toes wide. Okay, we're going to inhale and then exhale. Bring one knee and the opposite elbow toward each other. Lower down slowly. Inhale, center, exhale. Let your eyes help you find stability. Good. Continue like that. Lowering the foot with control if possible. So try to really control the movement. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, slow, controlled lowering. Opposite elbow and knee. Getting a lot of twists in today. Okay, once you've done an even number, come back to standing and release the arms. Actually, let's make gentle fists with the hands and circle at the wrists. And then the other way. Beautiful. So I don't know if you're at the front of your mat or the back of your mat, whichever one it is, we're going to have the right foot in front of the left. So either step forward or step back, whatever you need. Great. Okay, bend into that right knee. Keep the back heel on the floor. Press the left thigh back so you're super straightening that left leg. But then try to bring the left buttock forward, tucking the tailbone under. Beautiful. And now we're going to bring the right hand onto the right leg. Send the left arm up. Keep that left heel glued to the ground. Inhale, reach the left pinky up to the sky. Bring the tailbone forward. Good. And then send that left thumb back. And then you can press down that right hand onto that right thigh. Okay. We'll take it into another twist. I'll give you some options. Option 1, left hand comes to the floor, right hand comes up. Option 2, left hand comes to the outside of the right leg, right hand comes up. Option 3, elbow comes to the outside of the leg, the palms come together at the chest, the gaze is up. Big slow breaths. Okay, whatever option you're in, we're going to take that left hand to the ground at about 10 o'clock of your right foot. And then we're going to shift the weight forward into that leg and hand and lift the left leg parallel to the ground. Bring the right hand to the right hip. And as you inhale, extend long. So your chest moves forward, your foot moves back. And then as you exhale, tuck those left ribs under you, roll the right shoulder open, and send the right arm up. Gazing to the right, breathing deep and slow. Nice, you guys. Really nice. Okay, beautiful. Now, head can relax, gazing down to the floor, and then just bring that left foot down wherever the toes land. So you have kind of like a 2/3 stance. And then come up, both legs straight. Great. Now we're going to bring the hands behind the back. Option 1, hands together, clasped. Option 2, take hold of elbows. Option 3, I can no longer do it after my shoulder surgery, but some of you may. So you can come into an inverted namaste with the palms together behind your back. So find whichever one is going to work for you. And then inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, fold forward over your right leg. Let your head drop down. Let your belly scoop in and up. Breathe deep and slow. Okay, and then we'll take one more twist. Release your hands. Bring your left hand. If it can come to the ground, bring it to the ground. If it doesn't come to the ground, bring it to your leg. If it easily comes to the ground, you can place it on your foot or even cross your foot and bring it to the ground alongside your baby toe. The right hand is coming to the right hip, and we're going to inhale just like we did before, and we're going to lengthen, but we're going to pull that hip back with the hand as we extend the heart and head forward. Once you get that length, we're going to tuck the left ribs under, take the gaze up, float the hand up, revolve triangle. Arm to the sky once you're in the twist. Rod, you can lift that arm up into the air. Turn the palm facing the same direction as your nose. Yep. Kelly, you can lift that arm as well. Palm facing your shutters. Okay, let's come down. Bend the knees. Let the head hang down. Step the back foot forward. And then roll all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale down. And then either step the right foot back or the left foot forward, depending on where you are on the mat. Press your right thigh back, super straight, gluing that heel to the ground. Bend your left knee. Left hand rests on top of the left thigh. The right arm comes up with an inhale, reaching the pinky up. Push down into that right foot as you lift. Beautiful. And then send the thumb back. Send the tailbone under you. Push down with your left hand. Whole right side of the body open, stretching, hopefully breathing. Okay. And then we'll take it into the twist. Option 1, hand comes to the floor. Option 2, hand comes to the outside of the thigh. Option 3, elbow comes to the outside of the thigh. If you're using 1 and 2, that left arm comes up. If you're using 3, the palms are together. Try to move them toward your heart center. Breathe into it. Okay, release the hands. And that right hand is going to come to the floor at about 2 o'clock of the left foot. We're going to shift the weight forward into the hand and the foot. Straighten and lift that back leg. Hover it parallel to the floor. Reach the head forward and the toes back. Get some length. And then curl your right ribs under. Send your left arm up. Revolved half moon number 2. You guys are so good at this one. Can you twist a little more in it? Okay, relax the hand down. Lower the back foot and just see where the big toe comes to the floor. And then that's where you're going to land and come all the way up. So if you're clasping your hands behind your back, I apologize. I didn't remind you to see which thumb was on the outside. Just do whichever one feels less natural. If you can take your elbows, switch and do it the other way. And if you want to try your inverted namaste, be my guest. Folding over your leg, letting your head hang. If you're in the clasped hands version, those arms are going to lift up toward the sky. Feel like the inhale is lengthening your spine. And then release the hands The right hand can come to the floor or a block if it doesn't reach the floor without bending the knee. We want to try to keep that leg straight. If you don't have a block handy and the knee is bent, you can bring it to the leg. If the leg is straight, you can bring the hand maybe on top of the foot or even to the outside of the foot. And we'll start with the left hand at the hip, and we're going to literally pull that hip back as we extend the chest forward. Take a breath into that length, and then as you exhale, pull your navel up toward the sky. Let your right ribs drop to the floor, and then let that left arm float up, facing the same direction as your nose. See if you can open that chest and shoulder. Nice. Kelly, turn your palm the other way. Yep, exactly. Okay. Nice job, you guys. Let's bring it down. The arm, bend the knees, tuck the chin, roll up slowly, reaching all the way up as you inhale. Arms down as you exhale. Take a moment and see if you need to slow your breathing, calm your mind. And then we'll step the legs wide. You can face either side, or you can face front, if depending on how your mat is. Up to you. And we want to take the heels wide enough so that they're level with the baby toes. So the feet kind of feel slightly pigeon-toed. Take the arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, fold halfway. Trying to get your back parallel to the ground. Lift your navel. Extend your spine. Okay. And then bring the arms down. If they don't touch the ground, hopefully you have a block. We want to try to keep those legs straight. Ready for one more twist? Take the left hand in the center under your chest. Right hand to the hip. And again, inhale, pull the hip back. Lift the chest and send it forward. Tuck those left ribs under. Send the right arm up, or this time, if you want, we can open the shoulder a little more and bring the arm behind the back, maybe even finding the upper left thigh. So if your shoulder permits, I really would encourage you to bring the arm back because we haven't really done much shoulder opening today. So the arm just finds your back on the side of the left hip, and you're gazing up. And then release, bringing that right hand to the center, left hand to the hip, lengthening back as you send the chest forward. Drop the right ribs down, send the left arm up initially, and then go ahead and bend it behind your back, aiming for your right hip or thigh. And try to roll that shoulder open. Good. And release. Bring the knees down. Have a seat on the feet if you can, or sit cross-legged if that's not going to work for you. Just going to do a little quick heart opener before we come into Shavasana. So we're just going to bring the hands to the floor behind us. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders in toward the spine, lift the chin. And if you want, and if you can lift the hips off your feet. So it's not a camel because the hands are on the floor. And in camel, the hips line up over the knees. This is different. Or you don't have to lift your hips at all. Really emphasizing the heart. Nice. Let's just do 2 more breaths here. And then if your hips are lifted, bring them down, lift your head up. And let's come into our metta pose, folding over our thighs, arms extended out overhead. Press the palms into the ground. Send the hips back. Breathe into your kidneys. And then we'll slowly come up and come right onto our backs for final relaxation. Starting with the knees bent, lifting the hips, tucking the tailbone, lowering back down, and then releasing the legs and shaking them out. If you have something to cover your eyes, you can use that now. And then let the arms rest out away from the body. Palms up. Breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth, sinking the body into the ground. Like you're pouring it in. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Releasing the jaw. Letting the lips part. And then again, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Letting go of the activity of the mind. Turning your mind's full attention to your breath. Now, once you locate your breath in your body, park your awareness on the feel of your breath and let go of your breath. See if you can stay attuned to your breath without controlling it. Let everything relax. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Breathe into your heart. Fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug knees to chest, rocking gently side to side, letting the ground massage your back. Bring the soles of the feet together, the palms together, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Roll to your side, resting your head on your bottom arm, resting your body on the earth, resting your attention on whatever is here right in this moment, seeing how you feel, noticing what you feel. And then slowly make your way up to sitting, any way that's comfortable. Letting the sit bones release down, the spine up tall. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale, lift the heart to the hands. Exhale, shoulders. Relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.